the best face you can put in this is that it appears that Bill had he worked on the line of succession here. He got the next guy, he drafted, developed the next guy, was ready, and Tom kind of outlived the succession plan, which is nobody's fault, but it brought things to a head when it wasn't expected that would happen, and they had to make a decision, and they went with the tried and true and steady old guy.
Well, I mean, I guess then when it all comes down, I mean, Belichick is, when it all is said and done, a human being, right? I mean, if this was, say, Dick Vermeil sending a text to a former player who he traded, we'd be like, well, that's Vermeil just reaching out to players. I mean, maybe Belichick does have that warm side in him and he really does appreciate Jimmy G, and he's a handwritten note guy for a lot of people too. But I guess then it all comes down to this: is what does this all mean for 2018, right? I mean, that's
so. I'll give a two-prong answer. I mean, these things, I believe they're real and they're true, and I think Patriots fans have a right to be asking, how are we being served here? I mean, you love Jimmy G, but you gave him away for a second-round pick, and that guy, that was a big asset, had a lot of value there. Why didn't they get more? And if you read the Shanahan quotes in that thing, they couldn't believe it was being offered. I think one phone call will give you this guy for a second rounder, and how quick can we do this? Just that kind of thing. And of course, a lot of success thus far with that. But to answer your real question on this is no. I mean, they're going to get what they want to get. In my view, it affects nothing. That in January they'll be certainly in the Final Four. I mean, they're going to be in the AFC Championship game. They're in the worst division in the history of sports, in my view. And it's not like they go 6-0. I'm not talking about beating the other three times or twice each, but that there's never a challenge in the division. They know showing up that they're going to win the division. This will be like, 16 out of 17 years or some ridiculous number. The other three are always reinventing themselves, new coach, new quarterback. And so that's a luxury to never have a challenge from within your division. And they certainly know how to run with that. Get the first round bye, second round home game, boom, you're in the AFC Championship. And given the strength or weakness of the conference, I expect that to happen again. So unless Brady somehow gets hurt, something unexpected happens, they will get what they want to get. And really, all this stuff, as real as it is, doesn't really matter for them getting to the Final Four.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.